What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 33 of our podcast, Sip and Sports, episode 3, season 2.
Yeah, season 2, episode 3.
Bang. There we are. How we doing?
Great. Good.
Yeah. Sports are kind of rolling, so it's fun. It's a lot going on.
Yeah, how's your week been?
It's good. I mean, when this drops, we'll be in sunny AZ, so you can't complain. It's a short week.
Yeah, guys trip.
Yeah,
golfing.
Boys trip, golfing, doing the fun things that guys do, so.
Yep.
None of us have gone golfing for like a month and a half.
I
So
know.
the first shots might be a little
I
bad.
thought about going for like 9 holes this last weekend, but then I didn't get to it. So now we're just going for it.
Right. Maybe one breakfast ball if we all feel obligated.
I think that's respectable.
Yeah,
One
we haven't
breakfast
played.
ball.
I mean, here's the thing. We might play the best we've ever played. You never know. So maybe taking time off was good for us.
Yeah. Yep, we'll go with that. For now. We'll update you next week.
We'll update you actually on the Twitter how we do every day.
Oh, God.
Or the Instagram.
We're putting
Maybe you'll
that
see
up.
videos of
We're
us on
putting-
Instagram. You never know. Stay tuned.
Oh, there will be plenty of videos.
Yeah. Stay tuned, baby.
Plenty of videos.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, let's jump into it. What is your top moment in sports of the last week?
Yeah, so my top moment, both the Phillies and the Astros both swept in the American League Championship and the National League Championship, so they're going to the World Series. They beat the Padres and the Yankees. I think it's pretty safe to say the Phillies, I think a lot of people were rooting for the Phillies just because the Astros had that little scandal, but I think both teams are better than, I mean, nobody likes the Yankees, so it's good that they're not. Padres were okay, but both Padres and Yankees spend a lot of money on people, and they didn't make it to the World Series. It's too bad. And they got swept.
The Dodgers didn't make it.
Yeah, that was even worse.
Yeah.
But now it'll be interesting. I mean, Philadelphia is rocking.
I think I did, if we're going back to season 1, I think I did have the Astros making it to the World Series.
Yeah, I don't think anyone had the Phillies.
No, I think I had the Astros versus the Braves.
Yeah, the Braves were probably a hot team. I think I might have had the Padres, but we'll have to go revisit that. I probably had the Padres and the Yankees, to be honest.
Yeah, you did have the Yankees.
But, I mean, the thing is that we have, at work, we have some people in Philly, and they said it's just riots in the street.
Yeah, because Philadelphia sports fans are insane.
They're insane. The Eagles are playing well.
Yeah,
I mean,
know.
it's just Philadelphia's a party. I mean, they greased the light poles.
So if you're not a Philadelphia or Astros fan and you're wondering who to cheer for, you should cheer for the Astros. I think. Because Philadelphia sports fans are some of the worst fans.
Yeah, that was firsthand. We got that when they came here. Was it
for the
Super Bowl?
They beat us in the championship in the
at
NFC
Philadelphia
championship. Yeah, at Philadelphia, and then they came here for the Super Bowl, and
they were bad people, but
they are. Okay. They were and are bad people.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're an Eagles fan, but not sorry.
Or shout out if you're one of the few good people in Philly.
Yeah,
but
few and far between.
Yeah. What's yours?
So mine, it's kind of looking ahead to this coming week, but the Packers, they lost. So I guess that kind of wraps it into last week. The Packers 3-4 overall, under 500, but this coming week they play at Buffalo, Sunday Night Football, and it's the first time in Aaron Rodgers' career that he's double-digit underdogs.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to be that guy, but I know the spread's 11.5. I think you talk to most people, it could get to 20.
20?
Well, not the spread. I'm just saying the game could be decided by 20 points. I mean, the Bills are obviously a top-tier team. The Packers look so bad.
They do look bad.
I mean, it's atrocious how bad they look. So, and I don't think it gets, I mean, if I'm a Packers, this is not the team I want to play after that bad. 2 bad losses.
Definitely not a team that you want to play, especially with them coming off their bye.
Right.
So a little bit more time to rest, a little bit more time to prepare in prime time at their place.
At night, it's going to be freezing.
Yeah, it's going to be colder. I mean,
Aaron Rodgers is fine with it.
Green Bay says, they've always said, we want people to come and play in Lambeau, whatever, when it's cold.
Yeah.
But I don't think they want to go to Buffalo when it's probably
dude,
cooler.
Buffalo's a different beast, man. Those fans are crazy, too.
Yeah.
So,
they got good fans.
Interesting matchup.
All right, well, let's jump into it. So, Minnesota Minute. How we looking?
Yeah, so Vikings were off last week. They play Arizona this Sunday at home. Go for football. Fortunately, Lost to Penn State. They play Rutgers at home on Saturday. Timberwolves, not the hottest start, 2-2 to start the year. They play the Spurs yesterday, and they'll play the Lakers on Friday. Wild also had a slow start. They're 1-3-1. They play Montreal and Ottawa their next 2 games, and then St. Thomas football is first in their conference. They're 6-1. They beat Presbyterian. They play at home against San Diego Saturday.
But they're still in the transition phase, so they can't play postseason stuff, right?
Right, but I think that's kind of pretty promising if you're a younger guy and be like, maybe St. Thomas can compete here and there.
Oh, it's got to be great for recruiting.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it? Second year?
Yeah.
In D1 for the football squad?
Mm-hmm.
And they're already at the top of the conference, so
right.
I mean, that helps their cause for sure.
Yeah, so.
Dang. All right. Well, let's move right along into the betting recap. So, since NCAA basketball hasn't started, we got 3 categories: NFL, NBA, NCAA football.
Mm-hmm.
David's overall record 8-13 overall.
Yeah.
Below 500. NFL 3-8.
Well, it's hard when you start 0-4.
Yeah, 0-4 on Monday Night Football last week, and it didn't get much better.
It did not.
It was 3-8 overall NFL. NCAA football 2-3, and NBA 3-2. So a little bit better than 500 in the NBA.
Yeah,
Good
NBA
job.
is. NFL's hard. I mean, I don't know. I think NBA teams, like some of these star players that are healthy, are just balling out. So it's like.
Yeah, but we said the same thing about soccer and baseball when we were doing that it was hard. So I don't know if we can say that the NFL is hard.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is like all over the place.
Well, I think this year is crazy too. But the crazy thing about the NFL is not necessarily like with the props, but when you're picking these teams, I mean, good teams are constantly losing.
Constantly.
Buccaneers 2 in a row. Packers 2 in a row. Bengals are 1 game over 500.
Yeah.
Ravens didn't cover. It's like.
No, it's crazy.
It's crazy. All these games, it's just like, what are we doing? I mean, one of my bets, not even like a bad beat. Just quickly, Tom Brady over 1.5 touchdowns against the Panthers. Scores 0.
He didn't have one.
I mean, Mike Evans dropped one, so that should have been 1. But it was like
it still wouldn't have hit.
Yeah, it's 1 to hit. It's like, what are you doing? It's the Panthers.
They're a new great thing.
Yeah, apparently now the Panthers have found their quarterback of the future.
Yeah,
Walker is the guy. The coach said they don't need Baker or Sam Darnold. So watch out.
Who'd have thought that would be the case?
Yeah.
Okay, so back to me. NFL 4-4.
What was your final record?
Total record, a lot of average, like usual. 10-1.
Bang.
Same as last week, I believe. Yeah. 2 weeks in a row, 10-1.
There it is.
Like literally right on the average, 500. But 4-4 NFL, 2-2 NCAA football, and NBA was 4-4-1. So literally all categories were 500 as well.
Yeah, that was a crazy push for the NBA one. It was the Clippers Kings.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I mean, 2 points. It's like, most teams.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, but
did you see the end?
No, I just saw it the next morning.
No, so apparently it was the Kings and the Clippers. The Clippers were winning most of the game. They were up 5, and obviously, I mean, time's running out. There's less than 10 seconds. They're not going to. They're not going to lose the game unless something crazy happens, right? And so they're up 5. The Kings come down, take a shot, miss it. Harrison Barnes gets the rebound. He puts it up, gets blocked. It gets tipped out to De'Aaron Fox. 3 guys in his face, chucks it up. It goes in the buzzer. And it literally left his hands with like point 1, 0.2, and it counted. So then it was a 2-point win.
Well, I was going to say, it's hard to get, truthfully, 2-point wins. It's hard because it's like they either have to hit a game winner or
they hit some
or the
nonsense.
other team doesn't foul, and then it's like with 10 seconds, they try to go for a game-winning shot or something, and the team grabs the rebound as time expires. I mean, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. But, I mean, heck, I'll take the push over the loss then, I guess.
100%.
Yep, but we're back for another week.
The month is winding down.
Yeah, I know. Makes you nervous.
Nerves.
So, let's get into this
fire it up.
beer and seltzer here.
Yeah.
What's the seltzer we got?
All right, so the seltzer is Playa Mar. It's Jose Cuervo's hard seltzer.
Wow.
Cuervo tequila and natural flavors. Nairn's a tequila guy.
Well, yeah, if it's grapefruit and tequila,
This could be
is.
grapefruit and tequila?
Yeah.
Is that a tequila, whatever, the tequila mule or I don't know, Mexican mule?
No.
What is tequila grapefruit?
It's tequila and grapefruit juice is a Paloma.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a Paloma. I'm not a big tequila guy.
The Palomas are good. Okay, so the beer that we're going with is from Southern Tier. We've had one in the past. If you are interested in Southern Tier Brewing Co., episode 26, we did it was called Nice Slice Watermelon type of beer. But this one, Southern Tier, limited edition, it's called Warlock, which is an Imperial Pumpkin Stout. I believe the reason why I got this was, one, it's getting close to Halloween. I think I was saving this to Halloween, but that's besides the point. But the reason I got it was because Matt Meyer, shout out, loyal listener.
Very loyal listener.
Yep. He suggested it, I believe. It was either this one or the Pumpkin from Southern Tier. I couldn't remember when I was at the store, so this is the one I went with. So hopefully this was the one. If not,
yeah, shout out Matt.
Yeah,
We'll let you know if we met. He'll let us know if we
yeah,
messed up.
but it's limited edition and should be
Decent,
interesting.
right?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. It's kind of a cool can. It's got that little purple Warlock pumpkin on it.
Yep.
So, wow. Looks like a nice cold brew coffee. So do you have high expectations for this now that it's grapefruit and tequila?
Yeah, I do have high expectations.
Oh, well, it smells just like your average thing, but ooh. See what happens. We'll see what happens.
All right, Playa Mar.
Yeah, cool can. Makes you feel like you're on the beach. Obviously, Jose Cuervo, that's kind of their MO, so. Oh my God. You better like tequila. You can definitely taste tequila. Like the flavor of tequila. I can. Maybe that's because I'm not a big tequila guy, so it sticks out to me, but it definitely, first sip, I was like, whoa.
Maybe your taste buds are like, what is this?
Yeah. Maybe it's just because I know it's tequila too, but you can definitely taste some tequila in there. Like the flavoring of tequila. Okay. Obviously, there's not a ton because it's only 4.5% alcohol. But
I'm getting the grapefruit.
Yeah, it's got some good flavor. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you have to. I want to know what other kinds come in this pack. Shout out Worldwide Express. Got it from work.
Nice.
Yeah, someone suggested it, and they were like, "I think we have one more in the fridge." So I was like, "Bang, thanks." So yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think it's okay. I mean, you obviously like it. You drank the whole gosh dang thing, so sheesh. Unless you were either dehydrated or you liked it.
I was just getting
the full. You wanted to make sure that the bottom of the can tasted the same as the top.
Full effect. Might need one more sip though.
Swish it around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say grapefruit is in your top 2 kind of seltzers? Or would you say it's lower, you think? I feel like every pack has like grapefruit. But I don't know if I've never ate grapefruit really. Like I don't go to breakfast and like, hey, give me a grapefruit.
No, I don't know. I like the flavor of lemon lime type things.
Yeah, okay.
So I might say that that's probably the top.
But you're not a berry guy, right? Wasn't that
not
it?
as much?
And pineapple too.
I'm not as watermelon has grown on me lately. Not a big black cherry person.
That's what it is. Black cherry. It wasn't berry.
Yeah, that ain't my thing.
What about like mango? Decent.
I like mango.
Yeah,
but in terms of the seltzers, I don't think it's been my favorite one.
Right. I don't think that we've found a good mango.
No.
But all right. Well, for this one, you have yours.
Yep.
I'm gonna give it a 6-1.
Okay.
Strong tequila. I don't really love tequila, but I do think the grapefruit has some good flavor.
Yeah.
I do think it actually does have some good flavor. I would be interested to see what other kinds come with it.
Yeah, I wonder if they make it, because this is basically like a Paloma, so I wonder if they make it similar to other popular tequila drinks.
Oh, okay.
You know, like play off of those.
So they do the classic black cherry, mango, lime, grapefruit. So it's your basic can.
Gotcha. Basic pack.
Which, to be honest, when you think about it, grapefruit might be the best one to mix with tequila.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's like, you think about it, like black cherry, like, no thanks.
Yeah, no.
Tequila, yeah.
Pass. I'm giving it a 7.3. Pretty good.
I mean, well, yeah.
Yeah. If you're watching the video, or if you're not,
Yeah. Just know he
the
finished
glass,
it.
The glass is gone.
He finished it. Yeah, it's gone. That's a high score.
That is a high score. I don't know if it was quite up to the press, but it's got to be pretty close.
Yeah. Dang. We might have to get another one of the flavors to confirm the pack.
Yeah, I mean, tequila has risen on me in the last.
I think it's grown, not risen.
6 months or so.
Risen. Yeah. You love your tequila, your little mules. I don't know if they have an actual name, but it's like a.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a
Mexican mule, but it's tequila instead of
vodka.
Vodka.
Yep, that's where the Mexican mule part comes in.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. Southern Tier.
Here's a quick question for you though about tequila. Do you like tequila shots? Like, would you say you'd rather be if someone was like, "Hey, let's go get a shot," like, and you can pick between tequila, vodka, rum. What are you picking?
Probably tequila.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah.
With the chase of the lime?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes no?
Yeah.
Jesus, Martha.
Sometimes no. Depends on the feeling of the day.
Right.
But, I mean, it's not the worst thing. I would say that it's better than warm vodka.
Well, yeah. People know that.
But other than that, I mean, I would say tequila is probably number one.
Yeah. Okay.
What's yours?
No, I like vodka.
Oh.
I would actually say it goes vodka. I don't know. There's something about taking just like a shot of rum and stuff and mixing with Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not a big tequila guy. Like, I think it's fine. It just, you can't mix it as well, like, for a shot. Like, what do you chase with? Like, Sprite, maybe? I like
lime.
I think, yeah, or the lime. That's what I'm saying. But I think it's like, the vodka, and then you mix it with like lemonade. Ooh. Chef's kiss right there. But that's also just a vodka lemonade. I mean, that's just all it is.
That's true. All right, let's get into this. Warlock Imperial Pumpkin Stout. So it's going to be darker. Guess how much percent it is?
What's up? Sorry.
Guess what percentage it is?
8. Oh, is it like 8 points up? You want me to do point?
Oh, you just were going with 8.
I was going around 8. Probably like 8.3.
8.6.
8.6.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's up there.
It is. It's an Imperial Stout?
Mm-hmm. An Imperial Pumpkin Stout.
Ooh.
You can definitely taste the pumpkin.
Yeah, you definitely can. I mean...
And the thing about...
So this is limited time, I would assume, just for like October?
Probably around October. It's maybe their version of an Oktoberfest. They're just going with the pumpkin route.
Yeah, okay.
Instead of an Oktoberfest.
I gotcha.
I mean, the thing about all of the pumpkin beers that we've done in the past, like, what do we do? 2, maybe?
I think we did 2.
Yeah. The thing about those is they always add way too much spice.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of that.
No, it's more like, can't remember the first one we had, but yeah, it was more like hint of pumpkin, a lot of spice.
Yeah.
When we want a lot of pumpkin, maybe a hint of spice, if you're going to do the hint of spice.
Yeah, exactly. Leave that for the coffee. But
leave that for
this
the
I would say this one doesn't have as much spice.
No, this actually just tastes like a good stout with like a hint of pumpkin. I mean, it has the pumpkin there, so you can taste it, and it smells like it, but it doesn't overpower it. But in that case, do you want to write yours down?
You can tell it's strong.
Oh yeah, it's not weak. I mean, it's dark though too. But I'll say this. I mean, it goes down pretty smooth. I mean, I would have no complaints drinking one of them. I mean, here's the thing is it is darker and it's higher alcohol, so it's like, how many would I want to have in one sitting? But I would probably say for me, this is 6.1. It is over the 6 scale for me.
It's a 6.1 kind of day for David.
Is that what I have both?
Yeah.
No, well, keep it simple for the people. I don't want to say 6 flat, but
I'm giving it a 6.2.
Ooh.
I would say the thing that knocks it down just a little bit for me, it comes off a little bit drier on the end of it.
Oh, like on the when you swallow it?
Yeah.
Or like yeah. I don't think it. Yeah. I mean, I think it's interesting that it actually does have pumpkin flavor. Like a lot of these we've tried, like you said, don't.
It has pumpkin flavor, but not the spice, which is the first one that is the case.
Right, which is kind of the deal breaker.
Mm-hmm. For me, usually.
So that's a review. 6-1,
All right.
6-1, 7-3, 6-2.
Yeah. Nice.
So
Good job.
Fire up.
Okay. So we're gonna do NCAA football first.
Yeah, let's chat about it. I mean, I think it was obviously a big week, and it's kind of getting down to that time. I think there's a lot of good games. Obviously, for both of us, last week we didn't mention it in the betting state, but both of our locks were not good. But we're just gonna bypass it because it's a new week. But yeah, there's a lot of good games. I mean, you look at it. I mean, there's just like the Syracuse-Clemson game was great. Here's the question: is Clemson really that good? Who starts at quarterback for Clemson now? They brought in this true freshman.
They said it's not a quarterback competition.
I know. I just don't understand this whole thing. It's like you bring in this freshman quarterback who goes out and wins you the game, who brings you back, wins the game. Oh, but we're going to go back to the old guy. I get it to an extent, but I also don't get it because it's like, dude, he just won you the game.
Yeah.
So, but I think on top of that too, like Oklahoma State, Texas, which was kind of a weird line that Texas was favored by like 6. Wasn't it? Because I think you took it. Or was it lower than 6?
Texas was 6.5.
Oh, 6.5.
Yep.
And it was like, at Oklahoma State? Oklahoma State's pretty good.
That was my game of the week, and it definitely did not disappoint.
No, it definitely did not. They were good. And then, yeah, I mean, I want to give a rundown. Do you have the top 10 out?
I do have the top 10 out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got Georgia. They won easily. 55. Oh, wait.
No, they didn't play. I thought.
They didn't play.
Yeah, they had a bye.
Yep. So they didn't play. Ohio State dominated.
Yeah.
Tennessee dominated.
Yeah, they played UT Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In-state rivals. Just kidding.
Points.
Michigan, they were off.
Yes.
As well.
Yes.
Clemson, they beat Syracuse.
Yep.
Alabama, they beat Mississippi State. Then you had Ole Miss, they lost.
LSU.
They kind of got dominated. In the second half specifically, they were winning right away, and then all of a sudden they just forgot how to score, and LSU dominated the rest of the game.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a game, and I think Ole Miss, I mean, they have a great matchup this week too, but just talking about last week, Ole Miss, it's like they play at this such high tempo, and they play fast. They're kind of like the Arizona Cardinals in a sense, but they also love going for it on 4th down. So it's like, hey, we're going to keep going. And it's like, hey, when we're on our 35, 40-yard line, we're thinking about going for it on 4th and 3. And so then it's like you play that high tempo, and then you obviously put your defense back on the field. And to be honest, LSU looked very good. They looked good. And it's hard to play.
Well, now they're number 18. They weren't ranked last week. And
they've
now
had 2
they're
good
18.
wins. Florida and then now them. So.
Yep. And then TCU was 8. They beat Kansas State, another ranked opponent.
Yeah.
And then Oregon and UCLA played 9 and 10, and Oregon kind of took it to them. Yeah,
Oregon looked good, and I think it's kind of a similar way. I mean, watching that game, it's like UCLA's defense couldn't stop them in the first half. Oregon scored a touchdown every single possession.
Yep.
And then I mean, I don't know. They took an onside kick all of a sudden, got the ball back, and scored right away. So you went down 14 very quickly, and it was like it just wasn't even close.
Nope.
So
I mean, that begs the question: is Oregon a legit team? Because they have one loss. They lost to Georgia, who's literally the number 1 team in the country,
who has smoked almost everybody
in the first game of the year. Yeah. When you had a new quarterback at Oregon,
new coach,
was it? What was it? It wasn't at Oregon.
No, it was at that neutral.
Okay, so it was a neutral site
Yeah.
against the defending national champions.
Yeah.
So on opening night, like, is Oregon legit?
Yeah, I think Oregon's very good. I mean, here's the thing about Oregon is it doesn't, like, when they lost their first week, like, that was the time to lose, if you get what I'm saying. Like, to Georgia, too. Like, obviously, if they would have upset Georgia, they'd probably be clearly in the top 5 and probably have a target on their back, if not in the top 2 or 3.
If they would have beat Georgia, they would be probably number 1 at this point.
Yeah, but the thing is, when they also played Georgia first game, like we said, they got demolished. But I think it serves one of those points, like, if they keep winning and they keep beating these good teams, and I don't know, you got to put them up there. I think at some point, one of these top 5 teams might slip.
Well, Ohio State will play Michigan, so one of those teams will lose.
Yeah, and Tennessee has to play Georgia, don't they? I thought Tennessee was in the same conference as Georgia, but even besides that, it's just like you got Alabama knocking at the door. You got all these other teams. I just think Oregon, yes, definitely has found their groove with Bo Nix.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
There you go.
Yes, so not this weekend, but next weekend, Georgia plays Tennessee.
So does that open a spot if Georgia wins?
If Georgia wins, yes, I think Tennessee moves outside at the top 5.
Yeah.
If Tennessee wins, I think Georgia will still be in the top 4.
Yeah. I mean, because you look at Oregon's schedule, they really don't have... I mean, they play home against Washington and then home against Utah, and that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, but then you would expect them to play USC in the Pac-12 championship game.
Yeah.
Which would be...
a great matchup.
If both of those teams keep winning,
yeah,
then that could potentially put one of them in the playoff, I think.
Yeah, so here's
because USC's lost 1. They're 10 currently.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they play UCLA.
Yeah.
Which has been, I mean, they have 1 loss.
I just think it'll be very interesting when you look and you see, like, there's a very fair argument for having Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia in the top 5, in the top 4.
Yeah, but that's just not going to happen.
That's what I'm saying, though. So here's my question.
Because also one of them would have to lose in the SEC championship.
So here's my question. If Georgia loses to Tennessee, you have to give Alabama in the top 4 and move Georgia past, right? Alabama lost to Tennessee also, and they haven't lost since.
And then it would be Tennessee and Alabama in the SEC championship game.
And then whoever wins, I could see only one of those. I mean, if Tennessee can beat Georgia and goes in undefeated to the SEC championship, they should be in the top 4 no matter what. Period. Well, Same with Georgia. So
yeah, whoever wins,
I think there'll be 2 teams in the SEC or from the SEC in the top 5.
Whoever wins that game, as long as they don't have any slip ups otherwise, which I don't foresee happening. Right. So whoever wins the Tennessee Georgia game should basically lock up their spot in the playoff. Yeah. I mean, what's crazy is 7 teams from the SEC are in the top 25. 7 teams. Yeah, that's a lot. You got even Ole Miss in there, and one of them isn't even Texas A&M. And Texas A&M was preseason top 10. Yeah, there's was 6? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that is nuts. So, all right. Well, do you have a game of the week this week? Yeah. So my game of the week this week, we kind of brought before. Kansas State at home against Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State, I think their offense is very good. Obviously, they've kind of been rolling. Their quarterback's very good. Kansas State's starting quarterback, Adrian Martinez, I think got hurt last game. He only played 2 possessions, but I don't really know. Kansas State's 1.5-point favorites. That'll be a good game. Okay. So. Interesting. You think they can score with Oklahoma State? I don't know. You're going to have to. But here's the thing is when Kansas State, when Kansas State played Oklahoma, scored like 55. I mean, they just scored. What about when they played Iowa State? Yeah, not great. They scored 10. Right, that's what I'm saying. They're so up and down that it's like, I mean, they're probably averaging, I don't know, 30 points a game. Yeah. So. I feel like most college teams, though, are averaging mid to upper 30s, honestly. Oh, yeah. All these if you're not averaging 37 plus, then your offense is below average. Yeah, I mean, Ohio State's probably averaging 50. Yeah, upper 40s. Yeah, it's crazy. Probably. What about you? My game of the week is Cincinnati UCF. Both towards the top of the American Athletic Conference. So Tulane's up at the top.
Oh, yeah.
But
oh, yeah, baby. Tulane's the boys.
Tulane's up at the top, but UCF and Cincinnati are right behind them. I would say those two are usually the top teams in the conference. UCF and Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think Houston could be up there for argument, but yeah, this year Tulane
was. But in the past, 5 years.
Oh, yeah, they're for sure.
UCF and Cincinnati, definitely the top two in that conference. And 100%. So they're playing this weekend. It's a pick 'em, so it's literally toss-up.
Yeah, I don't know. UCF is good. They actually have a former the former Ole Miss quarterback, John Rice Plumlee. I think his last name is. He played baseball too. I don't know don't quote me on that, but he's their starting quarterback.
UCF?
Yeah. Isn't that their quarterback?
Holton Allers?
Okay, talking about a wrong team.
Oh, no. John Reese Plumlee.
Thank you. Yeah, he used to play center field for Ole Miss baseball too.
Oh. But he decided to be a football star.
Yeah, because he wasn't going to play at Ole Miss football, so.
Oh.
But.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that'll be a good game. I mean, you kind of forget about the American Conference.
Yeah, you do.
It's crazy. They had
But then you look and they got two top 25 teams.
Yeah, Tulane's the boys.
You got Tulane and you got Cincinnati.
Yeah. Yeah, Cincinnati had a tough one last week against Smooth. I don't know how they just didn't.
They still won though.
Yeah, they did still win. So. Yeah, there's a lot. Nice. I mean, here we go. It's conference play. I mean, there's a lot of good games. So see what happens.
Exactly. All right, we're rolling right into NFL. So we're starting off with some updates, news and notes from the last weekend, but also just updating you guys on what happened, injuries, what that looks like, any notable things that happened otherwise.
Right.
So it'll be nice and quick for you. So you can consider this your one-stop shop for NFL updates from, what was this, week 7?
Week 7.
All right. So breaking it down. Corey Davis got hurt, Jets. Might seem like a mediocre injury in the grand scheme of things, but he was their second best receiver going into it.
Yeah, I mean, he was good. I mean, they were in the top 10 power rankings. The Jets are.
Yeah, exactly. David Njoku, walking boot, crutches after the game. Comes out. He's got a high ankle sprain. It's not going to require surgery, but he's going to be out 2 to 5 weeks. So that's big.
And they have a big game against the Bengals.
Yeah, massive game on Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
DK Metcalf, knee x-rays negative, but he's undergoing further testing. So they say that they got a good report, but we'll wait and see how long he's out. He says that he wants to practice on Wednesday, which seems so ambitious. But
he's also a freak, dude.
Yeah.
He's a freak.
But we'll see. He might play this week. He might not. I would put caution on expecting him to
He's definitely going to go into the week questionable. I mean,
yeah.
He might not get his full volume. I think here's the thing is what's crazy about these guys is they get knee injuries. They get one view that says, oh, it's like a sprain, whatever. Well, let's get further testing. We need a second because I need to get the okay. And it's like, bro, your knee is facing the wrong way.
Yeah. Dalton Schultz, he had a PCL sprain, which is the posterior cruciate ligament, which is essentially the backside of the anterior cruciate ligament.
It's got a master's.
So it's been aggravated a couple times, which doesn't sound good, but he returned to the game, and so he should be okay.
Yeah, we were watching that game,
Crazy.
obviously, against the Lions, and he went down super awkwardly, was down for a while. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, 2 plays later, he caught a ball, and it was like, whoa, wait. I think that's one of those injuries, sounds bad for him, but it's going to be just for the whole year. He's going to figure it. I mean, it's just going to be, hey, we're questionable, we're kind of watching it, it's too bad. But now with Dak back, he's Dak's second favorite target behind CeeDee Lamb. I mean, he throws to him all the time.
Yep, second best. Next, Breece Hall unfortunately tore his ACL. He's out for the year, most likely. He also had a meniscus injury, so the combination definitely not good. Definitely not good for the Jets either.
Yeah, and they're kind of rolling. That's what
they were.
And he was playing well. I mean, he was
dominating.
And here's the thing is you hope he comes back just as strong as he was because he was becoming that guy that they drafted. Like, he
Elite
was becoming
running
an
back.
elite running back.
Mm-hmm.
Could catch the ball. He was fast. He could cut. You just hope he comes back. I don't think he'll come back this year, but next year.
Yeah, hopefully he's ready to go by the start of next year.
Yeah.
Next, PJ Walker. Dave alluded to it earlier. PJ Walker, starting quarterback, at least for this week for the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. Head coach loves him.
Yeah, even though Darnold is healthy, I believe, now. He's off the IR.
Well, I think here's the difference, too, with like him. You get an interim head coach that owes these players nothing. Like, he's an interim head coach. He probably might get the job next year, might not, but it's like
I would
you
say
get Matt
most
Rule.
likely not.
Yeah, but it's like Matt Rule. It's like one of those things, like when he was the coach, it's like, well, we brought in Baker Mayfield. We paid him a lot of money. You have to almost play him if he's healthy. Well, Sam Darnold's similar. Yeah. PJ Walker's a winner. He beat the Bucs. Mm-hmm. I mean, so it's just like one of those things where it's like, I don't know, pick the guy who's winning, let him roll. He earned it. He earned it, and that's what the coach said too. He earned it. So
exactly. Next, Colts benching Matt Ryan. Apparently, he has like some shoulder injury. I didn't really know anything about that, but I think it's basically just they're giving a reason why he's getting benched, even though he's just getting benched.
Yeah, and I think it's crazy because I think he's shown spurts of like, hey, Matt Ryan is okay. Like, he's shown spurts where like one game he threw for 380 yards and 3 touchdowns. Then he's shown spurts where he throws 150 yards, 4 interceptions, 2 fumbles. He just isn't mobile, and I think also...
Which was the problem last year at Atlanta.
Which has been his problem his whole career, I feel like. He can't move. And so, like, when he gets in the pocket and he's about to get sacked, he just goes down and he can't hold on to the ball. The crazy thing about it, when I was reading about that, was they also have speculation that they're not playing him because he has a ton of incentives for a ton of money. For all these things, and it's like come halfway through the year, well, if he starts 10 games, he gets an extra $5 million. Mm-hmm. Well, they've already said that Sam Ehlinger is basically going to play the rest of the year.
Oh, Matt Ryan is literally 3rd on the depth chart now. They moved Sam Ehlinger up, and then Nick Foles is their backup now. So it just shifted up one, and Matt Ryan went all the way to the bottom.
What's crazy too is like, I mean, and I know Sam Ehlinger's kind of the guy, but it'll be interesting if he struggles. Like, Nick Foles is a proven winning quarterback. Won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. Yeah. He's proven winner. He went to Chicago and looked pretty good. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he's like, oh my gosh, pay him a bunch of money, but he's not this fraud.
Yeah.
He's a good winner. But we'll see how Ehlinger does. I think it's very interesting. I mean, they can only go up, right? You have to make a change.
Yep. Next. Amon-Ra St. Brown started the game, got injured, supposedly, and then was out for the rest of the game. However, it did come out that he didn't have a concussion. He just exhibited signs, which is a change in the rules from the beginning of the year as of, what was it, before last week or the week before?
It has to be like the Tua rule, man. It has to be something.
It was after Tua got his back-to-back concussions in back-to-back weeks.
Right.
But Amon-Ra, he doesn't have a concussion. I believe he still has to clear the concussion protocol because technically that was the reason.
But I think they said that'll be pretty...
But it should be easy if he does, in fact, not have a concussion.
Yeah. Well, I think it was you have to sit out because if you show that, like, you have, like, some
instability, stumbling, anything like that.
Which I get it. Like, I do get it, but, like, I mean, I think they just, after this year, need to refine the concussion protocol. I mean, that's all because here's the thing is, like, if a guy gets hit hard, okay, maybe he's going like this a little bit because he got the wind knocked out of him or something. Not saying you should go back in the game, but what's the point of the concussion protocol if you're just going to take these guys out of the game?
Well, I mean, we saw it firsthand with Tua.
Yeah, but that was he shouldn't have passed concussion protocol. The guy should not. I mean, I'm not a neurologist, whatever the title is. I went to school for 4 years, whatever. But I mean, it didn't take much to see that Tua should not have entered the field. I mean,
you would think,
and that's why the guy got fired. So
yeah, exactly,
we'll see what happens.
All right, moving on. Chargers. Mike Williams suffers a high ankle strain. He's going to be out. I've heard around a month-ish. It's weeks, not days, is what they've said. So take that how you want. I would expect to be without him for. I mean, they're lucky because they're going on their bye this week, but probably a couple more weeks after that.
Yeah, and you would think after the bye, Keenan Allen has to be
maybe
good to go. I mean, they need him. They look terrible.
They do need him. Next, Broncos. Mike Boone, he was starting to get some playing time. He's on IR. However, they did sign Marlon Mack from the 49ers practice squad. So Marlon Mack is moving on to the Broncos.
What's wrong with Melvin Gordon? Nothing.
He just fumbles.
That's literally all his fault.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams as your 1-2. Javonte goes down, and now it's like Marlon Mack, Latavius Murray.
It's Latavius Murray and Melvin Gordon currently.
Yeah.
Now that Mike Boone's
well, yeah, I think Marlon Mack's just there just in case.
Yep. Next, Deebo Samuel, day to day, right now with a hamstring injury.
He'll be fine.
Should be interesting to watch. We'll see. Next, Jets traded James Robinson to the Jets. So
Jags traded him to the Jets. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You're good.
The Jags traded James Robinson to the Jets. So maybe filling some Breece Hall opening.
Well, I think that just opens up now. I mean, if it wasn't already clear, like Travis Etienne's the guy.
Yeah, Etienne's the guy down in Jacksonville. So
which he should be. Travis Etienne is a very, very, very.
It was starting to happen like that.
Yeah.
The last week or two specifically.
Right. It was leaning towards that.
Yeah, but now it's like, okay, well, he's the only guy left.
Yeah, right.
You know, it gives you more confidence in him for sure.
Yeah.
Next, Monday night, Mac Jones benched. Bailey Zappi comes in. It started off well, and then it went downhill, and he threw a couple picks. But,
yeah, I mean, Mac Jones didn't look very good, though, either, so it was like...
No.
And I think they kind of knew, and here's the hardest part about that is Belichick is, like, not giving anything. Obviously, he never has, but it's hard. Like, who do you play? Mac Jones has been very good for you.
Yeah.
Bailey Zappi came in and
Mac
been
Jones
pretty good
is
before last
to
night.
be the quarterback for a long time for the Patriots.
Right. And you got a matchup against the Jets, who are literally 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good matchup. I mean, so.
Yeah. All right, last two. Mike Evans, he hurt his ankle last week a little bit. He stayed in the game the whole time, but he's just questionable as the week goes on.
He's fine.
Yep, he'll be fine. And then the last thing, Frank Clark, Chiefs D-end, he was suspended 2 games.
Yeah, I saw that.
Personal conduct policy.
Right. Yeah.
So he's out the next 2 games. They're on bye this week, so I believe that would be the next 2 weeks.
I think it's 2 actual weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he'll be out for essentially 3 weeks.
He'll be out until week 11.
2 of their games. Yep.
So he'll be out week technically 8 because they're on bye, like you said, 9 and 10.
And then he'll be back week 11.
So here's a question too: trade deadline's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anybody on the radar? Anything? I mean,
I
obviously the biggest move so far has been Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, that was the biggest
49ers.
move. James Robinson is big because it gives you more confidence in ETN. But
well, it also shows that the Jets don't really have confidence in Michael Carter.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true. Another one. Well, I mean, there's a couple that come to mind.
Yeah.
But I would say the one that would make the biggest splash, is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, or just whatever you have.
The one that would make the biggest splash is Kareem Hunt going somewhere.
Yeah, I think he's definitely out there. I mean, I think...
Was that yours?
No, it was one of mine. I mean, obviously having Kareem Hunt on fantasy teams and being a dud, it's like he deserves to go somewhere. I was actually surprised that the Jets didn't go for him and went for James Robinson
Maybe they were
instead.
asking for too much.
Yeah, maybe they are. I mean, Kareem Hunt's been good most times, so I think, yes, he'll go somewhere and maybe like a Falcons, maybe somebody, and he'll get the full time.
Not the Falcons.
I would take him over that Allinger guy.
I don't think they'll go for him because they're in rebuilding stage. Why would they grab him? A team that should be better than they are, that needs a running back, they should pick him up.
Yeah, the Falcons are 3-4 though. They're not bad.
Yeah, but they're not.
What about the Panthers?
They're not.
He just traded places.
Nah.
Who's your team then?
Rams. That's what I heard.
Rams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Can you imagine Kareem Hunt on the Rams?
Yeah, but it's just like Darrell Henderson, I think.
I think he's better.
He's okay. I think the big other one is you've heard stuff about, I think the Panthers should go straight rebuild, but you've also heard Chase Claypool.
Yeah.
I think the Packers, and I hate the Packers, everyone knows that. The Packers need to make a move at wide receiver this year, or else I think Aaron's gone. So it's like you got to make a move for this year.
They have to make a move.
I mean, you have Chase Claypool. You have, obviously, DJ Moore's probably not going anywhere. You have Brandon Cooks has been in talks. Odell, make a move. Your wide receivers are trash.
Yeah.
Sammy Watkins, not very good. Allen Lazard, banged up. What do you want him to do?
Yeah.
And you're playing in a division with the Vikes.
Need to change something.
Yeah, so that's my TED Talk right there.
All right. Well, okay. Which do you want to go to next? Eliminator? That should be a pretty quick update.
Yeah, there's 2.
So there's 4 people going into this last week.
Yeah.
2 of them picked the Bucks, which obviously did not go well.
Yeah.
2 of them did not pick the Bucks.
Yep, 2 of them had already picked the Bucks, but yeah, they
One
so now
picked
there's
the
2.
Cowboys.
One picked the Ravens.
One picked the Ravens. Yep.
Yeah.
So now we're down to 2. Our last 2.
Yep. And I want to not calling anyone out, but one of the people that picked the Bucks told us that it should be an easy win, and he wanted to get a guarantee to the next week.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there's no guarantees in the NFL.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
So, but there's only 2, so good luck to you guys both.
Yep. Next, we got our game of the week. We should put that in quick, huh?
Yeah. I mean, my game of the week is pretty
game of the week?
simple. 49ers, Rams. Always a good matchup. I mean, usually the 49ers have their number, but I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter where it's in. The 49ers fans travel, but both teams have kind of been struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Christian McCaffrey now will have a full week with the team. Obviously, you saw what he could do. I think the 49ers will win.
I don't know if the 49ers have been struggling. I mean, they played the Chiefs, so.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're 3-4.
Oh.
Here's the thing is they're 3-4. So struggling in that aspect, I think they'll obviously
struggling record-wise.
Record-wise, and I think it's hard when it's like now you literally brought in this guy who's a superstar, one of the best at his position, if not the best, and you have to perform. Yeah. I don't want to hear any more about this Jimmy thing. Like, just throw the ball short like you always do, and just let your playmakers go. You have the best offensive weapons in the game. So that's my game of the week. It'll be interesting.
Right. My game of the week is Giants-Seahawks. Seahawks are -3, but
yeah, that's crazy.
I've heard word on the street from David that it's the only matchup with 2 teams above 500.
Yep. It's the only matchup in all of week, 8?
Yep.
Week 8 that has 2 teams above 500.
Yep. So keep an eye on it. The Seahawks are -3
at home. Yeah.
We saw the Giants, who were +2.5, I think, last week again at the Jaguars.
Yep.
So another week where the Giants are being overlooked and are road underdogs, even though they have a better record.
Yeah.
So
I think a huge thing comes down to DK Metcalf obviously playing, but I mean, it's just crazy that the Giants are playing so well. Like their whole wide receiver, like they don't need them. Wide receivers.
They just need to
Danny
run the
Jones
ball.
runs.
They just need to run the ball.
So, yeah.
Yeah. All right, fantasy. So another poor week,
Yeah,
I would say.
Below average week.
So overall records for David and I. David 9-12. He was 1-2 the last week. I'm 12-9, also 1-2 last week. But quarterback week 8. Who you
My
got?
quarterback week 8 is Daniel Jones. Obviously, like we just talked about, playing at Seattle. I mean, I think he's going to have to score, and I also think he runs. He started to run a lot more. I mean, last week he had 105 rushing yards. And here's the thing is I think he's picked it up a little bit, and they're over 500, and it's a big game.
Yeah.
So I think Daniel Jones, he's projected, 18.5. I also want to throw this out there. 2 of my 3 picks last week in this fantasy lost by less than a point.
Oh, yeah. What are we calling it? Smash, don't
Oh,
pass.
smash or pass. Sorry, smash or pass.
No. Smash, don't pass.
Oh, smash, don't pass.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, 2 of my guys that passed were by 1 point. So It's unfortunate, though, but Daniel Jones is my guy. Smash it.
I'm going Kirk Cousins, hometown guy. He's projected 16 points. However, the Cardinals just gave up 26 something to Andy Dalton.
And he had 4 picks.
Even though he had 4 picks, he threw 3 touchdowns and ran for 1. So the Cardinals defense is not good, and I expect Kirk to come off the bye, ready to go, lead the Vikes to another victory.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's like we've talked about for the Cardinals and Kyler Murray's. They go fast and they score. So you got to score too. So, yeah.
Yep. All right. Running back. Who
My
you got?
running back is Ramondre Stevenson, New England Patriots, projected 12.5. The last 3-4 weeks, he's just been balling. He's kind of taken over that number 1. I know Damian Harris is kind of hurt, not hurt, splitting time, whatever. Ramondre Stevenson is the guy.
Yeah.
Smash.
Yeah, smash. Don't pass. My running back, Kenneth Walker. He's playing in that Seahawks. Yeah, Kenneth Walker the third.
Well, that's going to be a big game for us.
He's playing in that Seahawks-Giants game. And he's just been absolutely running wild in the game since Rashad Penny got hurt.
Yeah.
He
4 touchdowns in the last 3 games.
He busted off like a 75-yard rush this last week for a touchdown. He's just been cranking out long runs left and right, and he's still the guy. Rashad Penny is not playing this week, right. And I think that in order to win, I mean, Geno Smith's been throwing it, and so to have both sides of it, running and passing, Kenneth Walker's just been busting long plays, and I mean, he's projected 13.4, even though he's scored almost 20 in 2 out of the last 3.
He's projected 13.4, and we talked about this before. In the last 3 games, he's only caught maybe 2 balls combined. He just gets in the end zone.
Yep.
So
smash. Kenneth Walker.
My wide receiver is A.J. Brown, Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, the Eagles might score 30 points a game, and Jalen Hurts loves A.J. Brown, big-time player. Projected 16.2, playing the Steelers, 31st ranked defense against the pass. So he should absolutely smash it.
And wide receiver, I'm going with Jalen Waddle. He's projected 15.7. They're playing the Lions, whose defense can't stop anybody. We saw a graphic this last week that they were like 3rd most offensive yards and 1st most yards given up for their defense. So they're getting a lot of yards on offense, but they're also giving up the most amount of yards. So with Tua back, I mean, the Dolphins' offense looked so much better in pieces this last weekend on Monday. What did they play? Sunday night, and so Jalen Waddle, his speed is going to be on full display.
I mean, Miami's only 3.5 point favorites in that game. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Both teams might score 40 points.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good chance that they could both score.
I think Miami's defense is
20s
decent,
to 30s.
Yeah. See what happens. So those are our 3: smash,
don't pass. Yep.
Bang.
All right. So, do you want to give NBA updates?
Yeah, if we want to go quick, let's just give some NBA
quick
updates.
NBA updates.
Yeah.
Miles Turner might make his debut on Wednesday. Kawhi Leonard, he's already in the load management. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
What a joke.
He's back. He's playing. He sat out Monday, but he should be back on Tuesday here. And let's see, Tim Hardaway Jr., his foot's hurt. Russell Westbrook, they're already putting him out, doubtful for Wednesday.
He's not playing Wednesday, they already said.
Yep, so he's out. Let's see, the Paul George, he's sick, so he's sitting out.
I just think it's crazy. It's been 4 games.
Bradley Beal, he left Tuesday's matchup. Might be injured. Let's see, who else? Darius Garland, he got hit in the eye in the first game. He's been out for a while. He is out on Wednesday, most likely. And then they're hoping to have him back on Friday. Victor Oladipo, he's out. That's not a surprise. He hasn't played barely in the last year to 2 years.
Probably still has a contract.
Terry Rozier, doubtful still. He got hurt, his right ankle sprained. LaMelo Ball still out, so both their best players are out.
Is Miles Bridges?
He is suspended? Not on the team.
So he's not on the team?
No, he was a restricted free agent, and because of his off-the-court legal issues, he is not with the team, and he has not been
signed.
Correct. I believe, if I remember correctly, the Hornets extended a qualifying offer, so technically he's still in that middle stage, but they haven't signed him, which means that he is not on their
roster. Active roster.
Yes. Let's see, what else?
I mean, it's just crazy, this load management. I get it to an extent, but I also like the Lakers they haven't won a game.
Yeah. Well, his is technically a hamstring.
Well, aren't they all?
So.
But yeah, I mean.
That's not technically load management. That's a decide at your own will.
Yeah. Can they use load management? Is that like a thing they actually can use?
I believe so.
You can say load management? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Due to load management is why Kawhi Leonard's sitting out. But he's also coming back from a knee, so like
Exactly. He has a rationale.
yeah.
But
that's about it.
yeah,
Short and sweet.
NBA starting up.
Yep.
College basketball's right around the corner. 2 more weeks.
Yeah. All right, we're going to the top.
What is it? Top 3? Or
Yeah,
we're
you
going
wanna
to
do
do 5?
t-
Let's just do 3.
All right, let's do top 3.
Keep it.
You want to tell them what the topic is?
Yeah. So this topic this week is chip flavors, like the best kind of chips.
Brand / flavor. Like
Right,
you
you need
have
both.
to include both.
You can't just say barbecue.
Yeah, that's not gonna cut it.
That just gets too wide of a spectrum.
Yep.
So,
All right. You want to call it?
yeah. Heads. Tails?
Yep.
I don't think I've ever won one of these.
So I'll go first, and I'm gonna go with the jalapeno cheddar Dutch Crunch.
Ooh, those are your favorite.
That's my favorite chip.
Yeah.
One of maybe the only chips. I mean, I do like chips, but one of the chips / maybe the only chip that I have eaten a full bag in one day.
Yeah. It sounded like we were on a broken record. We did the same thing twice. That was good. My first overall pick is I'm gonna go with Doritos Cool Ranch.
Okay,
And then I'm also gonna go with Ruffles Sour Cream and Onion.
that's a good pick.
Yeah, blue bag. Give you more bang for your buck. Schmack a devil.
I wasn't talking about Cool Ranch. I was talking about the Ruffles pick.
That's what I'm saying. In the Ruffles bag, they give you a lot more bang for your buck.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I'm gonna go with. Let's see here.
Man only eats one bag. Only eats one chip. That's why he doesn't know. He only eats one chip.
I'm gonna go with purple Doritos.
Is those spicy nacho? Is that what they're called? Spicy nacho. Is that spicy nacho?
No, spicy nacho is the darker red bag.
What's the purple nachos? Purple nachos.
Doritos. Purple.
Oh, purple Doritos, not nachos.
Yeah, purple Doritos.
Spicy. Oh, spicy sweet chili.
Spicy sweet chili.
There you go.
Yep.
This guy loves this spice. You've never ate a whole bag of those? You've only ate a whole bag. Like you're talking one of the bags?
Yeah.
Jesus, Martha.
It was in college, but still, yeah.
Must have been a night out.
This is on a Sunday.
Oh my god, just snacking.
Yeah.
Great hangover food. What's your last?
My last is going to be. Let's see here. I gotta think about this. I really only look at 2 chips in a while.
1.5.
I'm gonna go with. I feel like I'll go with the Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips.
Ooh. So I'm gonna go.
I know you're good.
I'm gonna go with the Garden
I
Salsa
knew
Sun
you
Chips,
were
the
gonna
red
go.
bag. He picked when you said Harvest Cheddar. I was like, I think that's the orange bag, which it is.
Yeah,
I'm going with the red bag Sun Chips. Sun Chips are low key underrated.
they are.
And here's the thing:
I
they sell them at Delta
knew
now.
you were going to choose the Garden
I was
Salsa.
sitting there, I was shaking, I was sweating. Can't think of another chip. You know, Lay's potato chips.
So it's literally a battle of the Sun Chips.
Yeah. Yeah. Sun chips, dude. Sun
Yeah,
chips underrated.
if you do fly Delta, you can. One of the options on
Bag
many
chips.
of the flights are the Harvest Cheddar.
Yeah, the bag of chips. Yeah. They also come. It's like they come in like mini Sun chips. I've never seen that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I'd like regular size, but
Like
that's
that.
just personal
I think you
thing.
gotta sit first class or
Probably.
Delta Comfort. But
Yeah.
All right,
Sean.
there it is.
What is it? Season 2.
Season 2, episode 3. So also 33. And so also if you're those 2 eliminator picks, let us know by Thursday.
Good luck.
Follow the social media this weekend. We'll update you on our golf scores / once one of us gets a hole in
Slash
one,
our
you'll
bets.
hear about it and our bets. So bang bang. Peace. I know once you said Harvest Cheddar, I was like I think that's my bag.